Hi guys, it is me, USA LB Girl, and this is part 2 of my tips video. My top 10 tips. So this is tip number 6. Set your weight loss goals or clothes size goals or inches goals so that you will be meeting a goal often. And therefore you will have success often, and that'll keep you motivated. Okay, let me say, for instance, I had to lose 145 pounds. So I couldn't start off like, ooh, I'm 1 pound down of 145. Okay, that didn't motivate me. I needed to feel like I was constantly meeting a goal. Okay, so I would say I started out at 290. Then my first goal was like, ooh, 280 now. I'm in the 80s. Okay, then my next goal would be 284. I'm closer to the 80 than I am to 290. Then my next goal would be 283 because that's the weight I was at for a long, long time. Then my next goal would be 279. My goals were like 4 pounds apart. I couldn't set a big 20-pound goal because how long does that take you to get? And then because my goals, meeting a goal excites me and keeps me motivated. But if I set a 20-pound goal, that could take 4 months to meet. So 4 months I'm getting nothing, like no reward, nothing in return, no gratification. And then there were sometimes like you have a plateau and you don't lose weight on the scale. So I would buy clothes. Or I have old clothes. I had plenty of old clothes up until size 16 that would keep me motivated. So I would have a goal. Let's say if I had some size 18 pants or something that I wanted to fit, I would put them on. Let's say they only came up to my knee. Then every week or every couple days I would try them on until maybe they came to my thigh. And that would be a goal. Oh, to get them to my thigh. Not to get them all the way up, because how long that was going to take. So I would have a goal. They would come to my knee. And I had these pair of shorts. I think I mentioned them before. My size 16 jeans I used to wear in law school. They were short. So I had them, and those things used to just come to my knee. So I kept trying them on. And I was like, ooh, I can't wait till they can come up to my thigh. Right? Then I said, because maybe the scale might not be moving. And then so they would come up to my thigh. And then I would have when they can come up to my hip. Then I would say, okay, when they can come up all the way up. Then when they can zip halfway, and that kept me motivated because even if the scale wasn't moving, those pants, like once a week I could count, they would move a little bit more. They might move this much, but they would move, and that would keep me motivated to keep going because I was a slow loser. So that would keep me motivated. Like I said, my weight loss goals, I would never set a goal 290 and my next goal would be 250 or something. That's too far. I would probably break down before then. So none of my weight loss goals were ever more than like 5 pounds apart. But sometimes that would take months. So I had a goal about clothes. I would buy a dress or something that would like button down the middle, and I would say, all right, this button is about to pop open. I had a button pop off and fly across the room. I had bought this like jean dress, but I would say, okay, only 1 button buttons by next week. If I keep working out, then 2 buttons a button. So something to keep you motivated. So set goals that you're getting rewarded, not rewarded like you buy yourself a gift, but you get that mental high of success very often, because that kept me going. Okay, so that was one of my that's my number 6 tip. Okay, number 7 for me was stop blaming yourself and get away from the I deserve the gain, I did this to myself mentality. I see so many videos, and I was probably mean to myself. Like, I just think we, people who have to lose weight, are so mean to ourselves. I see people say, they got the excess skin, and they're like, oh, I deserve it because I've done this to myself. I put all this weight on me. You don't deserve bad things because we gain weight no more than somebody else deserves, some horrible disease. A lot of this is biological, and from those 3 books I mentioned, you'll see that a lot of it is biological. But whatever the reason, it doesn't help to beat yourself up. So I see people, they'll have a 3 or 4 pound gain, and they'll say, well, I deserve to gain. Do you really? If they say it takes 3,500 calories to gain a pound because you ate 3 donuts yesterday, was that really 35? Was that for you to gain 3 pounds? That's like 10,500 calories above what you needed. Did you really eat that much? So stop beating yourself up. Stop blaming yourself. Stop with the idea like I deserve to be fat. I've done this to myself. Because for me, it was counterproductive. So when you get them in, that's my thing. That's counterproductive. Don't do it. Be nice to yourself. Love yourself. And what you deserve is you deserve health and fun, and you just deserve good things, and tell yourself you deserve good things. That's all. This is just stuff that I did and that helped me. All right, my number 8 tip. This is probably kind of rough for people. Nothing is forbidden, off limits, or bad. There is no deprivation. Okay. Now, even if you did number 1 and you examined yourself and you're like, I just cannot have chocolate because that is my weakness, and so I'm never going to have chocolate. I think that's bad. Because I think that when you tell yourself that I can't have something, when you deprive yourself, I think you give it power over you. So now I'm not saying be crazy. Like if your weakness is let's say donuts. I'm not saying have donuts in the house. Oh no, let's say your weakness is Oreos. I'm not saying have Oreos in the house or packs of Oreos in the house. You may not be able to have it in the house, but don't tell yourself, this is just my opinion, no Oreos. I cannot have Oreos. Oreos are on my no-no list. Because then Oreos have power. So what if one day you're depressed or you're upset? What are you going to do? Go get Oreos. So maybe you can't have it in the house, but you have to say to yourself, when I want some Oreos, I can freely have some Oreos. Or maybe you can have it in the house, but you can't have a pack of Oreos. You can have just like the little 6-pack individual. So, but don't ever tell. I know a lot of people have differently. And from this book, 7 Secrets of Slim People, I'm telling you this is true. Because I don't think it's that these foods are so. Okay, let me tell you this. One time I went on a Beverly Hills diet, right? And all you could eat for the first 5 weeks it was a 6-week diet, but the first 5 weeks is just fruit. Like one day is all watermelon, one day is all grapes. And you can eat as much as you want, but it's just that thing. So while I was on this diet for 5 weeks, I lost 18 pounds. In 5 weeks, I went from 246 to like 228. And while I was on this diet with just the fruit, all I wanted, all I dreamt about, all I said is if I could have a piece of chicken, I would be so happy. Oh, God, if I got a piece of chicken. Okay, because I couldn't have chicken. So all I wanted was the chicken. I would dream about chicken or a burger or something, and I would just want that. Okay? Then I went on Atkins. Okay? And on Atkins, all you have all the meat you wanted, all the vegetables you wanted, right? But you couldn't have any fruit. And I would say, oh, Lord, if all I could have was a strawberry, I would be so happy. I would be so happy if I could just have a strawberry or a grape. Now, the reason is because I was telling whatever I told myself I couldn't have is the thing that I wanted. So don't do that to yourself. So really, I used to tell myself on all my diets from my 32 years before the lap band, where I dieted from like the time I was a little kid, I would say, you can't have this, you can't have that, and those would be the things I wanted. And as soon as I read this book about the 7 Secrets of Slim People, and I said there was no forbidden foods, and I would just have the food, or I would tell myself, I wasn't crazy about it. If I told myself, anytime you go to the Cheesecake Factory, any day you pass by the Cheesecake Factory, you can have a cheesecake, I didn't have to have a cheesecake every time because I knew I could have it. Now maybe I wouldn't keep a cheesecake in my house to test it, but if I'm home and I say I want some cheesecake, I would go and get me a piece of cheesecake. And it took the power. And I would have some stuff. Sometimes it would go bad. And my cousin who was living with me was like, do you want me to throw this out? Because I forgot because it's lost its power over me. That just worked for me. I know some people think they can't do it, but I think you can't do it because you say, okay, for this week, I can have whatever I want. But your mind knows that at some point you're going to say no to it. And if you I think once you tell your mind that you will never say no forever to a food and there's nothing off limit, I think that food loses power over you, and I think you gain freedom. That's what happened for me, right? So now some stuff I won't keep in the house all the time. Like I love Pepsi. I will not keep a bunch of 2-liter Pepsis in the house. But if I'm out and I want a Pepsi, I shouldn't have soda with a lap band, huh? But let me think. I'm sorry. Because I read the WLS website and they were like, why they said they didn't want you to have soda. There was nothing that seemed like it would mess up my band. So I was like, okay. But I don't drink it often. But let's say I'll have a Pepsi if I never tell myself now there's nothing I can't have. And then stuff, it doesn't even bother me now. Okay, so that was my number 8 tip. My number 9 tip is to be honest with yourself. Because I say, ask yourself, have whatever you want to eat when you are hungry, and only eat till you're not hungry. Sometimes we pick up an Oreo and I'm not hungry. So be honest with yourself and say, when you're reaching for the Oreo, be honest with yourself before and after. Because if you don't think about it before, afterwards, evaluate and say, okay, why did I eat that Oreo? Was I hungry and did I want an Oreo? Or was I upset? Did I just get a bad phone call? So now you examine yourself. Or before, when you're reaching for it, say, I know I can have an Oreo whenever I want, but why am I eating this Oreo? Is it because I'm hungry? Because even though you can have what you want, you still shouldn't eat it when you're hungry. Am I hungry or am I upset? Because it's Valentine's Day and my boyfriend didn't call. Or it's Valentine's Day and, I didn't make my weight go. Only eat when you're hungry. So be honest with yourself. And if you ate a cookie because you're mad, say, yeah, I ate that cookie because I was mad and, and I'm whatever. So be honest with yourself. I think that helps. That helps me. Because there were times when I would eat, with my ex, I would be eating. I knew I wasn't hungry because I probably wasn't even tasting the food when I was eating. I was like, but be honest and try to do it beforehand. And, is this some change in my life? You just got an unexpected bill and you eating. I think honesty helps. All right, and my number 10 tip for me was to weigh every day. Not every week, but every day. Now, I weigh every day, and I didn't look at it as like I need to weigh every day and know what it means. Your body weight fluctuates daily. So it may not be something, but okay. For instance, I've never not weighed for 2 weeks and got on the scale and been lighter or had great news. But I weigh all the time. Like when I went to my class reunion a year and a half ago, like I had the band for like 6 months at that time. And we went to New York after the reunion. And we were hanging out, all of us. We were going to Sylvia's and we were eating the food. Oh my God, we were going to Junior's and eating the rice sandwiches and their cheesecake and stuff and everything. But I still was weighing every day. Even though I had given my permission, I was on vacation, I was enjoying myself. I still wanted to weigh every day because that sort of keeps you in check. I didn't say I had to do anything different, but every day I would weigh. So if I weighed one day and I was up a pound or two, I'd be like, well, yesterday I had some soda, or yesterday I did this. Then today I'll walk a little more, or today I won't. When I get something to eat, I'll only have water. I won't have any beverages with calories. Weighing every day, but not being emotionally ruled by the scale helps you. Because if you weigh once a week, for me, there was times where I weigh every day and I might see I'm losing weight every day, might be losing half a pound every day. Then on the last day before I weigh in, I gained 3 pounds because I ordered Chinese food or something and it bloated me. Now if I would have just weighed once a week, all I would have saw was at the end of the week I was up a pound. I wouldn't have saw what had been happening daily, so I wouldn't have saw the pattern. So that's why I say weigh every day. I think that's probably the most important thing. Weighing every day and eating what you want when you are hungry and stopping when you are no longer hungry are the biggest tips. And then, those are my tips. And I guess my final thing is even though I like to work out a lot, and I might work out, you know, an hour a day when I have people to work out with me 2 hours, I don't think it takes all that. Ooh, this book, The New Fit or Fat by Colbert Bailey, you will see that it doesn't take that much as far as exercise and how you can improve your exercise. And I guess I'll do a video maybe just discussing those books if anybody's interested in talking about what they talk about in depth. But I just thought I'd give you those titles, so maybe if somebody didn't watch both parts of the video. The 3 books I said changed my life and my outlook on weight was The New Fit or Fat by Colbert Bailey, 7 Secrets of Slim People. I don't know who wrote this. And Glycemic Low Diet. It's by a cardiologist. Oh yeah, his name is Rob Thompson. So, okay, those are my tips. If anybody has questions, and I know as slow as I lost, people might not want to take tips from me, but those are, so I wouldn't even say those are tips as much as the things that really helped me and kept me going. And when I was losing slow, and when I did think I had to stop, those are the things that kept me going, you know, until I got to go, and hopefully as I maintain. But let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this was helpful in some way to somebody. All right, guys. Thank you for all your comments on my goal videos, and again, thank you for for everything. And happy Valentine's Day. I wish you guys great love and happiness. Okay, bye.